Well, good morning, everyone. Excuse me. As you can tell, I'm still battling with my cold. And I'm battling with my NinjaTrader this morning. It is taking its sweet time loading. So you're going to have to bear with me here a moment. You're going to see that my charts, they've been trying to boot for, well, I guess going on almost 10 minutes now. I'm debating shutting it down and rebooting the software, but usually it comes together eventually, hopefully. So bear with me here for a few more minutes, and then we'll get the show on the road. Well, do I dare shut it down? Try it again. Here we go. Oh, that's not working either. It hasn't done this to me for a while. There was a little stretch there where it kept taking forever to load and locking up my computer. I really don't have that many things going on here, but let me see if I can't. Oh, okay. We're making progress. All right, I guess I'd better leave it. And then as the charts finally load, we'll get the last 10 minutes of trading here shoot across the screen like a shot. Well, this is one way to avoid doing something silly during the opening range. Oh, come on. Well, I just got to wait for the software. Don't know why Ninja is bogging down so much this morning. I'm going to go grab a couple more Kleenex. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and it looks like the charts are finally caught up. All right, let's take a look here at the daily chart. And I think what's going to be attracting a little bit of attention as far as the daily goes is the breach of the trend line. As you may or may not know, uh, trend lines, very often the market will honor the trend line. Excuse me. Be right back. Sorry about that. Had another sneeze. Um, but when they breach trend lines, that's when things get interesting because that's when you typically see the market react. So we had a very bearish break of the trend line yesterday and good volume on it. So right now the volume is building on the downside, but because of that breach, you can see that this morning we're off to a very bullish start. And trend line breaks like that are very often a wake up call for the buyers that they realize, okay, well, we got to do something here or the market's just going to continue to spiral lower. And it looks like we've been, oh no, I was going to say we've been bullish right out of the opening buzzer, but we haven't. Oh, we have. Oh, wow, a lot of activity for the first few minutes. I'm just as glad I wasn't around for that. Yeah, look at that. Within the first minute, we saw a major swing up and down, and then another minute later, up and down again. And now we are very much on a bullish tear. So I think it's fairly safe to say the market's going to be perhaps a little bit more bullish than bearish today. Oh, Aspen says, nice spring-like weather here in Edmonton. Are you guys really having spring weather, or are you being sarcastic? Because I grew up in Leduc, and I know what weather in February is like. Although it's my cousin's birthday at the end of the week, and I remember as kids, very often we would be riding our bikes on his birthday, and then his brother's birthday, which was in mid-April. Very often we'd be skiing. So yeah, you could be having a little bit of a break in the weather there. Yeah, Aspen says, nope, it's -4. It's spring. For those of you used to the Fahrenheit scale, -4 would be like 30 degrees. So yeah, that's warm for February in Edmonton. All right, getting a little bit of a pullback now, and I'm surprised at the amount of volatility we've seen the last few days. I think, given a rather substantial move higher, while there may be moves to the short side, Oh, shoot. See, now I was going to explain something and the market's going to make a liar out of me. I was going to say, given the moves to the short side, the buyers will only let it go down for so long. There's going to be traders looking for any excuse to buy the market up, given that huge rally. Some will be buying bearish closes, if they're watching like a 5 or a 15-minute chart, they'll actually buy a bearish close, expecting the market to rebound and continue higher. But that is not the case right now, is it? No, it is not. I suspect we're going to see a retracement of sorts, whether it be a 50% or a 62% or whatever the value turns out to be. And then the bulls will say enough. Is this the place? Is this where they're digging in? Yeah, thanks, Aspen. Aspen says new home sales out at the top of the hour. Well, how do you feel about a number one signal to short? Oh, we're going to be too late on it. Oh, maybe not. Oh, there we go. Let's cancel that extra one. Cancel that extra one. Yeah, right. I intended to enter below that little swing low there. That didn't work out quite as planned. All right, let's put that away. When the market's like this, with the added volatility, I really do prefer a second push entry. So all the second push entry means is we allow the signal to engage. We see where the market reacts, and then we use that level for our entry. That would have, the purpose of using a second push entry is to help keep you on the right side of the market. Yeah, see, doggone it. I think my stops may have been a tad tight there. Okay, I'm going to use this little reaction zone for my second push opportunity on that number 3 signal. Oops. stop it. Okay, well, they're just moving a little bit fast for me here today. I can't, having trouble getting in where I want. But that signal working out pretty well. I may have to just use a manual order today. Oh, that's a shame. That one turned out very nice. Interesting question. Aspen asks, is there so much up-down movement in the NASDAQ because the market tanked big? Well, yeah, short answer. Volatility definitely up. And volatility ebbs and flows. There's obviously a lot going on right now that has traders more interested in the stock market. We can debate whether it's world events or economic events. It really doesn't matter. The fact is that the volatility is up and we need to trade it accordingly. Okay, the buyer's pushing back now. And we're getting a number 2 signal. The Hawk and the Falcon also getting a little bit more bullish. All right, I'm going to, this is my second push on that number 2 signal. And because of the volatility, I'm going to try to stretch this bad boy out a bit. Get my stop loss order in. So let's see, I'm in at 62.50. I'm going to try for 72.50. There we go. That's a full 10 points. That would be our eagle target on the trade. Time to bring stops up. Time to squeeze the trade a little more. Oh, right there. Okay, well, that's all right. I at least got my swing target out of that. Didn't quite make the trend target. There we go. I wasn't ready to ride out that swing, but looks like they would have given it to me. Well, at least I squared the account for that earlier boo-boo. Another second push on a number 3. The Hawk and the Falcon getting a little conflicted now, as is the Eagle. Are we in the muck? Not going to let it go too far, but oh yeah, okay, never mind. I was going to say I'm not going to let it go too far, but if it holds off of the hard edge, that would indicate that maybe a trend change was going to hold, and we could look to buy above that high, but that's not the case. We're getting one of those great big trading ranges going on again. nasty looking thing too. Okay, I'm going to take a bit of a flyer on this number one signal that's going to print. Oops. All right, every time I say the market's going to do something, it's doing the opposite. I don't like that. Maybe we'll just sit and watch for a few minutes. Home sales out in a few minutes here, and that after that, the market may settle. Okay, so the little pause. Um, Probably going to get the market news coming out. Which way are they stacking? We had a big move up. We had a reasonably strong move lower. Wow, come on. Look at that craziness. There's my number one to short. Okay, we got the market in a bit of a pinch. Not a big one, but a little one. Okay, so I'm at one out at 72. All right, so number three signal, last chance for the sellers now to recover the market. It does not look like they're going to do that. So I'm going to throw a buy order in above here. Okay, bears, you got to go. Okay. Hooray, one for the good guys. Notice how the market is honoring the high probability profit targets. It's hitting the target or getting very close to it and then giving us a reaction of sorts. All right, so what was going on there? What made me decide to short the market? Well, we have a market that we know is moving sideways. It's struggling for direction. The number one signal is always your signal that develops when the market is trying to build a trend. That's what the software is trying to tell you is going on. So we had a number one signal to buy up here. I was going to use this area as my second push opportunity, but then the trade got too low. It just, when that printed and I got the second push, I was going to throw my order to buy up here. But then the market moved too far to the downside to, there was no reason for me to leave an order up there. But then we created a number one signal with a second push down here. That told me that, okay, maybe it does not want to go up. Maybe it's going to try to go down. And you're never going to have all the information you need. You're always going to make your best guess. So I figured, okay, maybe it's going to want to go down. So I placed my order to short down there. And fortunately, it honored the support area. Then we came up and we had a number three signal, which did not have follow through, a number two signal, which did not have follow through. So that allowed me to bracket this zone, right? It allowed me to throw order at the top and the bottom, and then the market proceeded to go a little bit lower. I doubt the bulls are out of this. That was a very, very strong rally practically out of the open. But at the moment, it is a seller's market. So here we go with another number one signal and another second push opportunity on it. I won't give this that much room. If the sellers are going to do something, they got to do it soon. Okay, there's a number three signal, which is a continuation signal. Here we go now with the counter trend attempt. The counter trend would be a little bit more difficult, but it is an option for you. Okay. So I'm going to treat this now as an early number one signal. The cloud's not fully crossed, but almost fully crossed. Oh, look at that volatility. Wow. Darn counter trend trades. It's almost moving too fast for me. Wow, look at those moves back and forth. It's hopping around like this too because I suspect the market is a little on the thin side. So if somebody comes in with, even 20 orders, all of a sudden the market there won't be enough volume to fill that kind of order. And so the market will make a big hop one way or the other. We haven't seen any bullishness for a good 15, 20 minutes. Any sustained bullishness, anyways. So I'm very late on this one, but it's essentially a play on this number one signal. And I'm going to try to stretch this bad boy out. Come on. What do you think? Can we get all the way up here to the primary resistance zone? Wouldn't that be something? Look at the size of these zones because of all the volatility. It's crazy. But 89.90 is about where the market topped out today, I think. Come on. Bulls are brutal here today. Where did they go? Don't do this at home. Yeah, yes. Here, I need to mute my microphone for a minute. They're going to break the low, and then the buyers are going to come back. The proper stop is below here, but I'm not even sure that's enough. No, we'll see. They'll break the low. That'll get the buyers excited because they can see their support area being violated. You need to recognize too that sometimes there's going to be some days that the market is just not cooperating. See, look at this. For the sake of a couple of ticks, I got tagged, and now the market reverses. Darn it, and it was too late on that number 3 signal. I did not want to appear as though I was chasing the market, so I let it go, but that one definitely had enough in it, enough giddy up. You know, I really hate when I'm right, but I'm wrong. This really bugs me now that for the sake of a couple of extra ticks, they tagged me. And now they're putting in this huge rally. Yes, I'm annoyed. I suppose that given all the added volatility, I should have been prepared to run a proper stop, a very wide stop. Well, we should get one more chance here somewhere. Yeah. Aspen makes a good observation here. He says, "You're right. My market risk is $350, so I can hardly take any NASDAQ trades the last few days." And risk control is everything. You know, you gotta have the long term in view. Look at our trading band here. It's up like 73, 74 ticks, which makes it ripe for a reverse. So we made our way back to 89.90, where my intended profit target was, but we had a couple major swings in there. I know I would not have held on that long, but just interesting to note how the market goes from the median line up to the primary resistance zone. And now we're seeing a little bit of a reaction now that we're up here. I wonder if I dare a channel type trade. This is one of those continuation scenarios where you have a trend, the market hits a sideways skid, and you look to place your with trend breakout order. We now have a few bars against. Okay, we got a couple bars higher. So now we essentially have the market in a bit of a trading range or a channel, if you will. These are always tricky because you leave yourself open to a possible fake break. Ooh, there we go. Let's make it nice and big. Okay, give me one more bullish push on this bar, and there we go. I get the trade to break even now. Because I'm concerned about the fake break, that's why I was so aggressive on that, and that's all you're going to get. Okay, so again, I might have been a little bit quick on the stops, but the volatility here today, I'm happy just getting my swing target. And I'm not so concerned about getting the trend target on that. And here come the sellers again. Wow, what a monster move lower. That's crazy. This is how crude oil used to trade back in the day. Okay, a little bit of a pushback. Look at the hesitation now. The hawk, what a mess. As is the falcon, as is the raptor. Oh, they are going higher still. I almost thought we were going to see a little bit of a topping going on there. We're back to this morning's highs around this whole 9,000, 9010 area. All right, gang, I'm going to have to take off here in a few minutes, but wondering what we can expect for the rest of the morning. It's almost as though the market is trying to make a comeback here with a vengeance oops, for yesterday's very bearish day, but you can see we're still trading well within inside yesterday's range. We'll have to see how the volume actually stacks up, but right now, with those very, very violent moves, I would think we're a little bit thin. All right, it's looking as though the sellers are making one more push lower. Oh, actually, let's do it here on the Eagle. We got a nice little hard edge bounce on the Eagle. my stop loss order ready. Keep it well out of harm's way. Now, and we're right back inside this mess of a trading range. All right, gotta close that up. Well, I have to admit, I'm a little confounded at what the market is doing here today. The trend, I believe, is up, but we've seen such major swings to the short side. Let's see, here they go again. Where's my signal to short? I bet I have a number one signal on the Raptor. Yeah, sure enough. There we do. We have a number one signal on the Raptor with a good second push opportunity, but you can see how the market is just swinging higher and lower, higher and lower. That tells me we're inside a sideways trading range. We have to leave it alone until it gets outside of that range and then prove that it can stay outside that range. So what you want to do is you want to wait for a breakout and a retest, wait for a breakout and a retest. So it has to get out, it has to stay out, and then you can look to buy. It has to get out, stay out, and then you can look to sell. Okay, well, here we may have a chance yet. One more before I go. Okay, so there's the breakout. Get my order ready, because the next order that prints either will just be a continuation order or it will be a number 3 order. Okay, get my stop loss in. And now I can set my profit target. Yeah, look at those deep retracements. That just makes trading so difficult. Okay, so if we get a break of the high, I'm going to be very quick with my stops because I'm a chicken. You see how it tagged me out there before the bars even moved. Again, that tells me that volume pretty darn thin today. That probably accounting also for some of the volatility. All right, gang, I'll see you tomorrow. We'll talk to you then. Bye for now.